Hi everyone. Welcome to Invest to the Moon, where I share tips and insights on investing in cryptocurrencies. In today's video, I'm going to talk about one of the most popular and controversial topics in the crypto space, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the first and largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization. Should you invest in Bitcoin now? Is it too late to get in or too risky to stay out? Well, there is no definitive answer to this question, as different investors have different goals, risk appetites, and time horizons. However, I'm going to share with you some of the pros and cons of investing in Bitcoin, based on my own research and experience. Hopefully, this will help you make an informed decision for yourself. Let's start with the pros. Pro 1. Store of value. One of the main advantages of Bitcoin is that it can serve as a store of value. This means that it can preserve its purchasing power over time, especially during periods of inflation or currency devaluation. Unlike fiat currencies that can be printed endlessly by governments, Bitcoin has a limited supply of 21 million coins that will ever be created. This makes it scarce and deflationary, similar to gold. Many investors see Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation and a way to diversify their portfolios. In fact, some prominent figures like Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy, have invested billions of dollars in Bitcoin as a reserve asset for their companies. Pro 2. Outsized returns. Another benefit of investing in Bitcoin is that it can offer outsized returns compared to other asset classes. Bitcoin has been the best performing asset of the last decade, delivering over 200% annualized returns since its inception. Even small investments have generated enormous profits for long-term holders. For example, if you had invested $100 in Bitcoin in 2010 when it was worth less than a cent, you would have over $40 million today. Of course, past performance does not indicate future results, but it shows the potential of Bitcoin as an investment vehicle. Pro 3. Self-custody. A third advantage of Bitcoin is that it allows you to self-custody your assets. This means that you don't need to rely on a bank, a broker, or any other third party to store and manage your money. You can use a software or hardware wallet to control your own private keys and access your funds at any time. This gives you more freedom and security over your money, as you don't have to worry about hacks, fraud, or censorship. Pro 4. Decentralized. A fourth benefit of Bitcoin is that it is decentralized. This means that it runs on a distributed network of computers called nodes that validate transactions and maintain consensus. No single entity or government can control or manipulate the network or the supply of Bitcoin. Decentralization makes Bitcoin more resilient and transparent than traditional systems. It also enables innovation and participation from anyone around the world who wants to contribute to the network or use its services. Pro 5. Permissionless. A fifth advantage of Bitcoin is that it is permissionless. This means that anyone can access and use the network without any restrictions or barriers. You don't need an ID, a bank account, or a credit score to get started with Bitcoin. You just need an internet connection and a wallet. Permissionless access makes Bitcoin more inclusive and accessible than other financial systems. It also empowers individuals to take charge of their own money and economic opportunities. Now let's look at some of the cons. Con 1. Volatile. One of the main disadvantages of investing in Bitcoin is that it is volatile. This means that its price can fluctuate significantly in short periods of time, sometimes by double-digit percentages in a single day. Volatility can be influenced by various factors such as supply and demand, news events, market sentiment, regulation, and technical issues. Volatility can be a challenge for investors who are looking for stability and predictability in their returns. It can also cause emotional stress and lead to poor decisions such as panic selling or FOMO buying. Volatility can also make it hard to plan your investments and budget your expenses. Con 2. Energy inefficient. Another drawback of investing in Bitcoin is that it is energy inefficient. Bitcoin uses a lot of electricity to power its network and secure its transactions. This is because Bitcoin relies on a consensus mechanism called proof of work, which requires miners to solve complex mathematical problems to create new blocks and earn rewards. According to the Cambridge Bitcoin Electricity Consumption Index, Bitcoin consumes about 121 terawatt-hours of electricity per year, which is more than some countries like Argentina or Norway. This raises environmental concerns and ethical dilemmas for some investors who care about sustainability and social impact. Con 3. Lack of regulation. A third disadvantage of investing in Bitcoin is that it lacks proper regulation and oversight. Bitcoin operates in a legal gray area, as different countries have different laws and attitudes toward cryptocurrencies. Some countries are more friendly and supportive of Bitcoin, while others are more hostile and restrictive. This creates uncertainty and risk for investors who may face legal issues or tax implications depending on where they live and how they use Bitcoin. It also exposes them to potential frauds and scams that may exploit the lack of regulation and consumer protection. Con 4. Technical issues. A fourth downside of investing in Bitcoin is that it may face technical issues or challenges that could affect its performance or security. Bitcoin is not perfect, and it has some limitations and flaws that need to be addressed and improved. For example, Bitcoin has a limited transaction capacity and speed, which can cause congestion and high fees during peak times. Bitcoin also faces competition from other cryptocurrencies that may offer better features or solutions. Additionally, Bitcoin may be vulnerable to cyber attacks, hacking, or bugs that could compromise its network or wallets. Con 5. Learning curve. A fifth drawback of investing in Bitcoin is that it has a steep learning curve. Bitcoin is not easy to understand or use for beginners who may lack the technical knowledge or experience. It involves complex concepts such as cryptography, blockchain, mining, nodes, wallets, keys, addresses, etc. Investing in Bitcoin also requires a lot of research and due diligence to avoid making costly mistakes or falling for misinformation. Investors need to educate themselves on how Bitcoin works, how to buy and sell it safely, store and protect it securely, track and report it for taxes, etc. So, should you invest in Bitcoin now? Well, as you can see, there are pros and cons to investing in Bitcoin. Ultimately, the decision depends on your own goals, risk tolerance, and time horizon. In my personal opinion, I think it's good to own a small percentage of Bitcoin to diversify your portfolio. You should only invest what you can afford to lose and do your own research before making any investment decisions. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.